hypergamy. The action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background, often construed to be part of a female deep state tactic to covet the highest value males on planet Earth. Legends would believe that millennia of hypergamy has been a way of women breeding with the highest value male to produce the highest value offspring. Only that isn't the case. In fact, the opposite is true. The backdrop of hypergamy finds its origins in the theory of evolution, considering that women select male partners that will produce good offspring for the survival of the human race. If that is the case, we went wrong somewhere down the line because we, men, are declining in testosterone year on year, and we can't blame it on microplastics or a gynocentric society. Or can we?
I think we can, strictly. You see, as women, we are always looking for wealthy men who are high value and high status, who women want, and men want to be like.
This is going to sound anecdotal, but did your mother choose your father based on that?
Are you insinuating that there may be other reasons women make relationship choices?
At this stage, Nancy, I am looking for corroborating evidence. And to some degree, you will have women who are social climbers that may seek a man higher than their class. But it seems generally accepted people marry within their own group.
Strictly, women want to be looked after. They want security. It makes sense that women would want a made-up dominance hierarchies.
I agree. I would say to some degree everyone wants a sense of security. Even men, security in employment and unemployment, secure pension schemes to pay when you can no longer work.
So at what point is there a distinguishing theme between the genders?
Well, in many regards, men see the role of the man as a provider as a masculine part of his life, providing the resources.
Mark, that would be a great point, except that in the 48 Laws of Power, Law 7 says get others to do the work for you. But always take the credit.
What does that even mean?
It means that in one of the red pill canons, that you need not provide resources. You just need to take the credit for it. So masculinity isn't attached to gathering and distributing of resources per se. It is taking credit for that action. Well, that is if we are attributing power to masculinity and if we are taking Robert Greene's book as a red pill framework. This type of potential doublespeak that is woven in RP is pretty numerous. One that grinds my gears is that if you are a high-value man and your wife cheats on you with the pool boy, it's because you lost frame, conclusively meaning being a high-value man was never enough.
I see where you are going with this. You end up playing whack-a-mole when things go wrong. You constantly blame yourself.
I like the idea that in a way all failures in a relationship are down to the fact that we as women can monkey branch up. But what happens in the cases when we monkey branch down?
Interesting.
Well, going back to what you said, Mark, they will attempt to validate the downswing as Nancy stated by playing whack-a-mole. Maybe the pool boy had excellent game, maybe her husband lost frame, and the old chestnut. Maybe she is shit-testing her husband.
Really interesting.
The one thing we have to consider, though, is the market growth of PUA and relationship coaching. We are seeing an upward tick and possibly an IPO on the sites for some of these Get Good Frame coaching. Once Tinder recognizes the market of men who need coaching on their apps on how to edge up to the 10%, we will see major traction in the sector.
So what do you mean by the 10%?
Yes. I read a report recently that stated that only 10% of men signed up to Tinder are matching with 90% of the women signed up, leaving a lion's share of men on the breaches.
Indeed, Mark. I hasten to add many of that 90% cohort have good frame and some even are dark triad level.
So where is the RP going wrong on Tinder?
Well, this observation birthed Black Pill, a branch off from the Red Pill that recognized that lookism was no longer something that could be washed over with social mastery.
Okay, that makes sense. As we are living in a cosm of face first, that adds up.
Nancy is being awfully agreeable to you strictly. Could be your depressuring voice. Haha.
I have been controlling the conversation so far. So I am the alpha of the group. So as RP legend would have it, she is mine, Mark, unless she sees my face. That circles me back to Black Pill. One thing I would want to highlight to our listeners is that there is some truth in all these theories. I wouldn't try to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You need to have confidence, bro, but you also need to be a Chad bro.
At some stage, we need to unpack why women make these types of choices vertically in both directions.
I would definitely be interested in that.
On that note, I'll thank our listeners for tuning into Strictly YouTube Consulting Group. And not to forget to like, comment, and sub.
Take care, guys.
Bye.